YouTube, vinyl community, Beach Boys fans, random people on the internet. My name is Giggens, and today we're going to do a video focusing on, I think, every official greatest hits I have by the Beach Boys. If you're getting into the group, there are millions of compilations that have been under the Beach Boys name since 1966. There's tons out there. But on this video, I wanted to focus on the officially released ones that were like under their name, they put out, they marketed as a greatest hits album. And there has been a lot over the years. Some of them to greater effect than the others. Some of them serving for a time period. Some of them serving for their entire career. But I thought it'd become a fun video to make. So it all started with this guy, the best of the Beach Boys, back in 1966 when Pet Sounds came out. Capitol was like, we don't know about that one. It's not selling too well. It only hit number 10. So, but what's cool about this jacket was still, they were doing the pictures of the other albums you could buy at this point still. They even got Pet Sounds down there. Where are you here? Look at that. They've got Pet Sounds down there. Very, very cool to see that. But Best of the Beach Boys. This came out and did very well on the charts when it first came out. And it captures all the early hits. You know, the only dud on this one is their cover of Louie Louie, but the rest of it's all pretty good. So, and I say dud lovingly. It's not the best song they ever did. Followed up the next year with Best of the Beach Boys Volume 2, which also had the other albums you can get, including Best of the Beach Boys, which again, they put Pet Sounds in the back. I love that. So cool. They got Pet Sounds back there. I'm only excited about that because you don't see that on later albums. But this one's really good, besides Little Saint Nick, for some reason, and Long Tall Texan. The rest of it's all solid stuff. You got Help Me Rhonda, California Girls, I Get Around, When I Grew Up to Be a Man, Don't Worry Baby, Serpent Safari. I mean, this thing is loaded with hits. So in a way, this one's almost better than the first one. So yeah, Greatest Hits Volume 2. And, just to outdo themselves, Greatest Hits Volume 3. This one's a bit rough. Obviously, the songs on here are good, but when you throw Frosty the Snowman on here and God Only Knows in the same sentence, kind of a mess. The crowning achievement of this record is having The Little Girl I Once Knew on here, which is pretty sweet. It was the first time it was on an album. But you do get some great stuff like Darlin', Good Vibrations, Surfin' for some reason. 409, which is also on Best of the Beach Boys Volume 2, so I'm not sure why it's on this one. I mean, they had so many songs to choose from. They did that twice, but the British version of this one's really good. So, Volume 3 there. Then you got Endless Summer, which was at the suggestion of Mike Love, because I guess Capitol was thinking about doing a Volume 4, and he was like, no, don't do that. So basically, this album eradicated the other ones that were released beforehand, and started off the Beach Boys' second wave of their career, if you will. But yeah, essential. Followed up, of course, with Spirit of America. Why not capitalize on such a humongous selling album by doing a sequel? And this one sold really well too. But this one basically takes all the songs you loved from that era that weren't on Endless Summer onto this one. So this actually includes Breakaway, which is pretty cool. But definitely some random ones on here, like Drive In, This Car of Mine, their cover of Tell Me Why. Little Girl I Once Knew shows up again on here. Spirit of America, the title track, is on here. Don't Back Down. There's definitely some randos on this one, but I really enjoy it. So, good choice with that one. And then the Warner Brothers label saw how well that was going to sell and said, no, let's do one for our own records. Because at this point, the Beach Boys had owned their post-Pet Sounds albums during the Capitol crisis, if you will, where they lost so much of their stuff. They got back the rights to Pet Sounds and everything after that. So they put out this one-disc album, and this one's fantastic. I mean, it opens with Sail On Sailor, then you got Sloop John B, God Only Knows, Darlin', Add Some Music to Your Day, Wouldn't It Be Nice? That's just side one. Side two, Good Vibrations, Do It Again, Caroline No, Friends, Surf's Up, Heroes and Villains. This is like a perfect album. I mean, this really is a fantastic greatest hits album. Awesome set. And that back picture of them is just so cool. Yeah, wonderful set. And then this one, which I'll do a full review of at some point, 10 Years of Harmony. This album is fantastic. This is basically 1970 to 1980 with a couple of unreleased songs on here, like San Miguel, and they also threw on River Song, the Dennis Wilson song. But this is just a fantastic set. Everything great about the 70s Beach Boys is on this album. So if you really want to discover what they were like in the 70s, this is where you go. This is one of their official releases as well. And then part 3 from Capitol, Sunshine Dream. This is actually probably one of my favorites out of the entire bunch because this is all the late 60s stuff. This is basically 1966. Well, there's a couple of earlier ones on there, but basically 66 up to 1969. And they also throw in the Beach Boys medley, which was a 1981 or 2 single release, which is the only time you'll see it on an album, is on this one. But you got stuff on here from Friends and 2020 and Wild Honey, Smiley Smile. I mean, this is such a great album. So if you're trying to get the 3 set, Endless Summer, Spirit of America, and this one, I mean, this really would take care of all of your 60s stuff right there. Then you get the Beach Boys, Made in USA. This is one of the ones I grew up with, and this is an RCA Records one, so this is only a single sleeve jacket, but there's 2 records inside, but there's a gatefold version out there. But this thing's very cool because you get some newer stuff on here. You get You Back, Come Go With Me, Rock and Roll to the Rescue, California Dreamin'. So side 4 on this thing really brings the band up to date at that point. It makes them current, which I think is fantastic. So it really shows the band as a current group at that time. So really good for their 80s stuff. Then we get down to the ones that came out when I was a kid, and this is one of the first cassettes I ever had. Best of the Beach Boys, 20 Good Vibrations. I love this tape. This was one of my introductions to the Beach Boys, because some songs on here weren't on Endless Summer. Particularly Kokomo. It's a very interesting set because it's like all early 60s, actually only 60s, and then Kokomo. So basically it's like the Beach Boys stopped in 1966, then they had Kokomo. So you had that one, and then you had Greatest Hits Volume 2, which picks up where the other one leaves off. And this one's very interesting. Some good stuff on here. Got Do It Again, Bluebirds Over the Mountain, I Can Hear Music, Cotton Fields, You're So Good to Me, Darlin', Wild Honey. This is a great CD on this one. Love this one. And then part 3, just like how they did in the 70s with the Endless Summer series, Best of the Brother Years. And this one's fantastic too. This one goes right up to California Dreamin', which is really cool. But Honkin' Down the Highway, totally unexpected with that one. Peggy Sue, Good Timin', Going On, Marcella, Till I Die, Surf's Up, Disney Girls, Add Some Music. I mean, what a set list. This is an excellent CD. So this basically takes 10 Years of Harmony and kind of cuts it down and adds some 80s stuff on there, but love that one. And then we get to 2 of the most recent ones. Well, more recent, if you will. Sounds of Summer. And this is easily one of the best Beach Boys greatest hits albums they've ever put out. And rightly so. I mean, this definitely has superseded what Endless Summer was out to accomplish in its time. But this one definitely is a bit better than that, I think. So you have a lot of the stuff that Endless Summer has, but you also have some newer stuff on here. Get You Back is on here, Come Go With Me, Rock and Roll Music, Heroes and Villains, Do You Want to Dance, Wild Honey, Darlin', Do It Again, I Can Hear Music. I mean, this one really encapsulates the band very well. I think Kokomo's on here, isn't it? I can't read the thing. Yeah, Kokomo's on here too. Good Timin's on here. I mean, hell of a set. I mean, just an amazing album. I've got this on CD too, but just wanted to show the record off for that. Then they put out the companion piece, The Warmth of the Sun, which is definitely more interesting in the fact that it's got more obscure, if you will, stuff. It's got Forever, Why Do Fools Fall in Love, It's Okay, Then I Kissed Her, Hawaii, which that song seems to get forgotten among the mix, if you will. Feel Flows, All This Is That, Don't Go Near the Water, Cool Cool Water. Love this CD. This came out in 06, I think. 2007. Wow, jeez. Time flies. And there have been 2 other sets since this one. The 50 Big Ones set. which was also pared down to just a greatest hits album. I did not buy those because you saw what I have. Do I really need them? Like, I've got enough. Beyond these guys, obviously there are way more compilations released in different countries, released on different labels. But I wanted to showcase the ones that were basically put out by the Beach Boys as official greatest hits. I'm missing a few, obviously, because as you know, as a Beach Boys collector, it's impossible to have it all. It really is. If you're gonna go out there and collect everything Beach Boys, you gotta have the room for it, man. So, let me know your thoughts. What are some of your favorites in this group? You know, do you have some of these? What was the one that got you into the band? Do you have a favorite era of Beach Boys' greatest hits? Do you prefer the early stuff? Do you prefer the ones that come out these days? You know, let me know your thoughts. Just curious about it. That's it. My name is Giggens. This has been the Beach Boys' greatest hits collection. By now, supplies are going fast. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Giggens. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.